is quiet, but my head is loud again. Every thought just circles like it's scared to land. Streetlights bleeding through the curtains, paint my walls in tired gold. I trace the cracks in silence, trying not to feel so old. I tell myself it's getting better, but the night still knows my name. Every memory feels heavier when I'm the only one awake. I don't wanna be dramatic, I don't wanna call this pain, but there's something in the dark that keeps pulling me the same. I let the music fill the space between my breath and doubt. Every note reminds me what letting go is about. I was chasing every answer like it owed me something back, but the truth is I was running from the parts I never asked, from the nights I felt invisible, from the words I couldn't say, from the fear that if I stop I'll finally feel the weight. I tried to be a version that never breaks or bends, but I'm learning how to soften where the damage ends. And maybe I don't need fixing, maybe I just need time to sit inside the silence and let it feel like mine. The city hums below me like it knows I'm still here. Every window holds a story, every light a different fear. I breathe in slow and steady like I'm learning how to stay. Not every scar is asking to be taken away. I don't need a perfect ending, I don't need a sudden sign. I just need a moment where my heart can realign. So I close my eyes, let the night run through my veins, let the past dissolve into something less like pain. If tomorrow comes heavy, I'll meet it where I stand, with open hands and quiet hope. I'm starting to understand that I don't have to be louder to prove that I exist. Sometimes staying breathing is already a risk. And in this fragile calm I finally see it clear. I was never really broken, I was just learning how to feel. The clock is moving, but I'm not sure I am. Every minute feels thinner, slipping through my hands. I left the window open, let the cold come inside. It feels honest somehow, like I don't need to hide. Your name still lives in the back of my throat. I don't say it out loud, I just let it float. I thought time would erase you like a sound in the rain, but some echoes stay longer without causing pain. We were never broken, just unfinished somehow. Two lines going nowhere, still touching for now. I don't replay the moments like I used to before. They come when they want to, then slip out the door. There's comfort in distance, there's peace in the blur. I don't need feel slower past midnight, and then even the noise knows when to end. I breathe in the quiet, let it settle my chest. I'm not trying to heal, I'm just trying to rest. If I see you in passing, I won't turn away. I'll just nod to the feeling and let it stay. No promises made, no closure in sight. Just two separate lives learning how to feel right. And maybe that's enough. Not happy, not sad, just something resembling the best that we had. So I turn off the lights, let the dark do its part. I don't need you to leave, you're already a part. Streetlights slide across the windshield like they're counting something I forgot. The city keeps moving, even when my thoughts don't. Radio low, windows half down. I like the way the air feels when it doesn't ask questions. I don't miss you, I miss the version of me who thought every night needed a destination. Red lights, green lights, faces I'll never know. Everyone's going somewhere, no one looks back. There's a calm in the motion, a rhythm and staying anonymous. Just another car, another heartbeat, another exit I won't take. Yeah, I used to narrate my life like someone was listening. Now I let it play out without commentary. The road doesn't care if I'm healed or halfway there. It just keeps offering distance. I grip the wheel lightly, music coming through my chest. Not loud enough to escape, just enough to stay present. Somewhere between intersections, I realize I'm not waiting for anything anymore. No message coming, no apology pending, no imaginary conversation playing on repeat. Just me and the quiet agreement that tonight belongs to no one else. The buildings blur into patterns, glass and light and shadow. I think about how many lives are stacked above me right now. How everyone is holding something they don't talk about. How everyone learns to carry it differently. I don't need to understand them, I don't need them to see me. There's freedom in being a passing moment. A song loops again, 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 and I don't mind the repetition. Some things feel safer when they don't change too fast. I remember when silence scared me, when stillness felt like failure. Now it feels like control, like choosing not to explain. If you were here, you'd probably say something. Try to name the feeling, try to pin it down, but I like it loose, undefined, moving forward without needing to prove its progress. Miles disappear behind me, that ceremony, and I don't mark the distance, I just let it happen. There's a version of me somewhere in this city, laughing too loud or crying in a bathroom mirror. I don't chase her, I don't judge her, I just keep driving, knowing we'll meet eventually. Ooh, the night opens up wide, unforgiving, no spotlight, no expectations, just headlights. isn't dark anymore, but it's not light either. It's that in-between color that never gets named. I like this hour when nothing expects anything from me, when even my thoughts sound tired enough to be honest. I didn't come here to feel better, I came here to feel true. There's a difference in tonight, I finally know it. I used to hold my breath, waiting for something to change, a message, a sign, a moment that would explain everything. But explanations never came, only mornings did, one after another, unimpressed by my questions. So I stopped asking, I let the silence stretch longer than comfort, longer than habit, until it stopped feeling like a threat. That's when I heard myself, not clearly, not confidently, just enough to recognize the voice. It wasn't telling me to be brave or strong, or better than before. It just says stay. Stay with the feeling even if it shakes. Stay with the thought even if it doesn't resolve. You don't have to turn this into progress to justify surviving it. That line hit harder than any promise ever did. I think I was waiting to become someone else, someone cleaner, someone easier to explain. But I'm still here with the same hands, the same pulse, the same complicated heart. And maybe that's not a failure, maybe that's continuity. The piano repeats a little too long, the way feelings do when you don't interrupt them. I let it happen, I don't rush the release, I don't search for the hook, I let the melody find me. Somewhere near the middle, my chest opens, not dramatically, just enough to let air back in. I remember how heavy everything felt when I thought every emotion needed a conclusion, a lesson, a takeaway. Now I'm okay with resonance, with echoes, with things that linger without instruction. If you ask me what this song is about, I wouldn't know how to answer. It's about standing still long enough to notice you're not falling anymore. It's about realizing that survival doesn't always feel heroic. Sometimes it feels quiet, almost boring, almost gentle. The light starts to shift, barely noticeable, but undeniable. And I don't rush toward it, I let it come to me at its own speed. Because I've learned forcing dawn only makes the night heavier. So I stay listening, breathing, allowing myself to exist without narration. When the chorus returns, it doesn't ask for attention, it just repeats like I'm still here, I'm still here, not stronger, not healed, just present. And for the first time, it feels like enough. As the last note stretches, I don't hold on to it. I let it fade naturally without fear. The day will start soon, with or without me. But right now, in this almost morning, I belong exactly where I am. I didn't lose you all at once. It happened in pieces, in moments so small I didn't notice they were permanent. Like the way your voice stopped asking questions, or how silence started answering for you. There was no explosion, no last word victory, just a quiet agreement we never signed. I kept waiting for a feeling, something cinematic, something that would tell me this mattered enough to hurt properly. But it didn't come like that. It came while brushing my teeth, came while tying my shoes, came when I reached for my phone and didn't know who I was reaching for. Some nights I feel nothing, and that scares me more than sadness ever did. Because sadness means I still cared, and numb feels like proof that something already left without saying goodbye. I told myself this is what growing up feels like, learning how to live without background music, just footsteps, breathing, time moving forward without asking if I'm ready. I remember how I used to replay everything line by line, tone by tone, looking for the exact second it went wrong. Now I can't even find the urge, and that should feel like progress, but sometimes it feels like betrayal to the version of me who loved without hesitation. I see her sometimes in reflections, in old photos and songs I can't skip yet. She thought love was loud, thought pain had a scream, thought endings came with explanations. I wish I could tell her they don't always. Some things just fade like light at the edge of a room, still there, just not reaching you anymore. I'm learning how to sit with that, not to fix it, not to turn it into meaning, just to let it exist without demanding it become something else. There are mornings I wake up calm, almost surprised by it, like peace arrived early and didn't knock. I hold on to those moments quietly, afraid if I name them they'll disappear. Because healing isn't a straight climb, it's more like drifting. Sometimes closer to shore, sometimes further out than I planned, but I'm still floating, and that has to count for something. I don't wanna be who I was before, but I don't fully know who I'm becoming either. I stand somewhere in between, hands empty, heart open enough to let the air move through. If I think about you now, it's softer, less about loss, more about distance, like watching a city from far away, still beautiful, just not mine to walk through anymore. And I think that's okay. I don't need closure, I don't need a clean ending, I just need permission to keep going without rewriting the past. So tonight I'll let the song end wherever it wants. I won't force a course, I won't beg for resolution. I'll just stay here breathing, listening, allowing the silence to feel earned. Because maybe this is what moving on sounds like. Not loud, not broken, just honest and finally mine. Mine. I didn't wake up happy, that's not how it works. I just woke up without the weight sitting first thing on my chest. That already felt like something. I stretch my arms, feel space return, like my body remembers what it's like to take up room. When the window's open and the air doesn't hesitate, it comes in freely, no questions, no conditions. I let it. There's movement under my skin, small at first, a hum, a signal that I'm not done responding to the day. I step outside, not chasing a feeling, just curious, and curiosity feels lighter than hope ever did. Sun on my face, not dramatic, just accurate, exactly where it's supposed to be. I walk faster without meaning to, music in my ears matching my pace like it knows where I'm going. Before I do, thoughts still come, but they don't grab, they pass through like traffic. I don't need to follow, that's new. I don't rewrite yesterday, I don't argue with it, I let it stay behind me, doing its job as something that already happened. My breath deepens without instruction, my shoulders drop without permission. This is what release feels like, not fireworks, not relief. Speech is just the body letting go of the brace it forgot it was holding. I laugh quietly at nothing specific and don't question it, don't analyze, don't take notes. I just let the moment exist unmeasured. There's still uncertainty, of course there is, but it doesn't freeze me. It moves alongside me like a companion instead of a threat. I notice color again, sounds the way time doesn't feel like it's chasing me. If this feeling leaves later, that's okay. I know how to find my way back now. Not by forcing, not by thinking harder, but by stepping into motion before my mind talks me out of it. I don't promise myself anything, I don't need vows, I just keep going one light step after another, and somewhere between breath, movement, sound, and sun, I realize this isn't happiness, this is availability, being open enough to receive the next thing, whatever it is, without armor, without retreat. So I stay here in this moving balance, not fixed, not finished, just alive in a way that feels usable. And for now, I don't crave you, I crave the quiet that follows after, when everything slows and my thoughts lose their edges. That's how it starts, not with longing, but with relief. There's a certain darkness that feels organized, predictable, like it knows where to place me. Without asking questions, I slip into it easily, too easily, like a habit I never named. 'cause naming might make it real. People talk about healing like it's always light, like it lives, like it opens. Sometimes it settles instead, wraps around your ankles and asks you to stay still. Tell myself this is just rest, just decompression, just the night doing its job. But the night remembers me better than I build routines around not feeling too much, around staying just numb enough to function, but not enough to disappear. That balance is addictive. I don't chase pain, I chase familiarity, and pain happens to live there, quiet, patient, never in a rush. There are moments I feel something press back when I lean into the dark, like it recognizes me. That scares me a little, but not enough to leave. I wonder how many of my thoughts are actually choices, and how many are just past worn smooth by repetition. I don't dramatize it, I don't spiral, I just notice how comfortable it feels to lower my expectations of myself. No disappointment if nothing is expected, no failure if nothing is attempted. The logic is dangerous, I know, and yet it fits so well inside my chest. I imagine light sometimes, but it feels loud and invasive, like it would demand something I'm not ready to give. So I stay here in the muted version where emotions arrive filtered, where nothing peaks enough to break me. If you call this a shadow, I won't argue. Shadows mean something is standing in front of light. I just don't know if I'm blocking it or protecting myself from it. There's a thin line between coping and hiding, and I walk it with practice steps, not falling, not advancing, just maintaining this controlled descent that never quite hits bottom. And the strange part is I'm not unhappy here, I'm just smaller, contained, compressed, safe from surprise, safe from surprise. I tell myself I'll step out eventually, that this is temporary, that I'm aware and awareness is enough. But awareness doesn't move you, it just watches. So tonight I let the darkness sit beside me, not as an enemy, not as comfort, just as something honest about where I am. I don't promise to leave it, I don't promise to stay, I just acknowledge that it knows my name, and I answered for now. That's the truth, and I let it be heavy without calling it wrong. lost. I just stopped pretending I knew where I was going. There's a difference and it took me years to hear it. I used to describe my life like a project in progress. Timelines, milestones, expected outcomes. Now it's more like observation. I wake up, check the light, check my pulse, and that's enough data for the day. People talk about passion like it's always loud, like it announced itself with fireworks and damage. Mine shows up quietly, asks if I'm paying attention, and leaves if I'm not. Somewhere along the way, I learned how to sit in a room without needing to improve it. No background story, no justification, just presence that felt illegal at first. I kept waiting for guilt, for the feeling that I was wasting something. Time, potential, whatever that means. But nothing came, just breathe in the low hum of being alive without commentary. I think we overestimate clarity. We treat it like a destination instead of a moment that comes and goes like everything else. Some days I know exactly who I am. Other days I'm just a person moving through hours without attaching a label. Both feel real now. I stopped asking, is this enough? Because the question never wanted an answer. It wanted pressure, so I let it go. I move slower on purpose, not because I'm afraid, but because speed used to be how I avoided things. Now I let thoughts finish, even the uncomfortable ones, especially those. They don't destroy me, they just want acknowledgement. Funny how that works. I used to romanticize chaos, call it depth, call it intensity, call it truth. Turns out calm can be honest too. It just doesn't beg for attention. If you ask me what changed, I won't give you a clean sentence, because nothing snapped into place. Things softened, edges rounded, expectations lost their grip. I didn't become fearless, I became less interested in fear. That's different. I still hesitate, still doubt, still rewind conversations I didn't need to replay. But I don't confuse that with failure anymore. It's just motion inside a human brain doing human things. And tonight, that's fine. No breakthrough, no emotional climax, no lesson wrapped in a quote. Just me standing in the middle of my life, aware, awake, not rushing to define it. If this song ends without a big moment, that's intentional, because sometimes existing without intensity is the most radical thing you can do. And right now, I'm okay with that. I don't know when it started, this quiet habit of checking the space beside me before I fall asleep. I don't expect you there, that would be ridiculous, but my body still asks the question like it forgot the answer. You're not gone in a dramatic way, you're just not reachable, and somehow that's harder to accept. I tell people I'm fine because it's mostly true, but there are parts of the day that still belong to you without asking permission. Like the way I hear your name in rooms you've never been in, or how certain songs still feel like they were written mid-conversation with us. I don't replay our ending, I replay the middle, the ordinary moments that never knew they'd be remembered. You once said love shouldn't feel like guessing, and I agree. apart mid-laugh, mid-sentence, and feel me pass through the way I feel you. Not painfully, not desperately, just present. I try not to romanticize it, this lingering connection, but it resists logic, it doesn't wanna be solved. Some nights I write messages I don't send, not because I'm strong, but because I don't trust what hearing nothing back would do to me. I imagine what you'd say if I told you I'm doing better but not done, that I'm moving forward but still looking back. Sometimes you probably smile gently and change the subject. You were always good at making things lighter when I wanted them heavier. I don't blame you, that's important. This isn't anger, it's attachment, outliving its usefulness. Still there are moments I wanna reach out, not to fix anything, not to reopen the past, just to confirm we were real, because forgetting you would be easier than remembering something that has nowhere to go. I carry you carefully like a glass I don't use anymore, still clean, still intact, just not part of the daily routine. If you ever think of me, I hope it's kind, I hope it doesn't ache, I hope it feels like a song you don't skip, even if it's not on repeat. I'm learning slowly that love doesn't always end, it just stops participating. And I'm standing here with all this feeling, trying to figure out how to live a full life without pretending you were never part of it. If one day the soft pull fades, I won't mourn it, I'll thank it for proving I was capable of holding something that mattered. Until then, I'll let you exist right here, not as a wish, not as a wound, just as a truth that doesn't need permission anymore. I don't wake up thinking about you anymore. It happens later, somewhere between the second song and the first real thought of the day that feels like progress, even if it's small. I move through the morning on autopilot, keys in my pocket, hair still a mess, radio playing something I almost like. There's a line in the melody that sticks for a second, then lets go like it knows better than I used to. I don't miss the chaos, miss the clarity I thought it gave me, the illusion that intensity meant direction. Funny how quiet choices add up faster. I catch myself smiling, not for a reason, just because my body does before my brain interferes. If this is what moving on sounds like, it's less dramatic than I imagined. More rhythm, less explanation. Familiar places and they don't pull at me, they just exist like background scenery I no longer frame myself against. The hook comes back softly, almost under its breath, like a thought you trust because it doesn't try to convince you. I'm okay, not the triumphant kind, the usable kind, the kind that lets you keep going without checking in every 5 minutes to see if you're still allowed to feel fine. I used to measure days by what I lost, now I notice what fits, what moves easily, what doesn't fight back. There's freedom in that math, afternoon light is different, less forgiving, more honest, and I don't flinch when it lands on me. I'm okay, not the triumphant kind, the usable kind, the kind that lets you keep going without checking in every 5 minutes to see if you're still allowed to feel fine. I used to measure days by what I lost, now I notice what fits, what moves easily, what doesn't fight back. There's freedom in that math, afternoon light. moonlight hits different, less forgiving, more honest, and I don't flinch when it lands on me. I don't replay conversations, I don't rewrite endings. I let songs end where they want to, and somehow that helps. The melody lifts just enough not to soar, but to remind me I still like the feeling of forward motion. If you ask me now what changed, I wouldn't say healing, I'd say alignment. Things stop pulling in opposite directions. The hook returns louder, not demand attention. Just confident enough to stay. I'm okay, still learning, still adjusting, still human enough to hesitate sometimes. But I don't confuse that with going backward. Evening comes in gently like it knows I've had enough growth. For one day I let myself rest without calling it avoidance. That might be the biggest win. When the final notes stretch out, I don't rush the silence, I let it sit. 'Cause silence doesn't scare me when I'm not running from it. If tomorrow brings questions, I'll answer them in real time, not in advance, not in fear. Right now, this rhythm, this balance, this almost like feeling is enough to press repeat on. And I do. I still catch myself thinking about you in the middle of ordinary days, like when the radio plays something familiar, or when the light hits the room the same way. I thought time would make it simple, the distance would soften the sound. But some feelings don't disappear, they just learn how to quiet down. I'm not breaking, I'm not falling, I just feel it now and then, like a memory tapping on my shoulder just to ask how I've been. And I let it stay for a moment, I don't push it away anymore, because loving you changed something in me, even if we're not that anymore. I've been learning how to move forward without pretending I forgot. I don't live in the past, but I don't erase what we were not. You were never just a chapter, you were part of how I grew. And I don't regret the person I became from loving someone like you. Sometimes I wonder if you feel it too, that soft echo when things slow down, not enough to pull you back, or just enough to remember what we found. I don't need answers from you, I don't need the ending rewritten, I just needed time to understand that some love stays even when it's finished. And I'm okay with that now, I really am. I can breathe, I can smile, I can hold this with steady hands. If our paths never cross again, I'll still carry this as truth. I was open, I was real, and I loved you the best I knew. So when your name comes up in my mind, I don't turn away or pretend, I let it pass like a familiar song that plays softly, then ends. I thought I was done with feeling, like I packed it away carefully, Labeled the boxes, told myself I'd open them later. But something about tonight, about the way the air sits on my skin, feels familiar, like a door left unlocked. I hear your voice, not saying anything important, just my name, the way you used to when you were trying. And suddenly my chest remembers before my mind can interfere. I don't fall apart, I don't collapse, I just stand still long enough to let it pass through. There was a time I thought love had to hurt to be real. That intensity was proof that something mattered. Now I know better, but knowing doesn't erase memory. It just changes how it sounds. If I sing it softer, it doesn't disappear. It becomes manageable, like fire behind glass. I can look at it without burning. Some feelings don't want resolution, they want space, room to echo without being chased. So I let the melody rise, not to explode, but to breathe, to stretch its arms inside the silence. I'm not asking you back, I'm not rewriting history, I'm just acknowledging that something once lived here, and it changed me in ways I don't regret, even if I don't revisit the place. The strength in remembering without returning, power in saying this mattered, and still moving forward. The chorus comes and goes, not announcing itself, just repeating a thought until it feels lighter. I was open, I was honest, I was real, and that counts for something. Even now if my voice shakes, it's not weakness, it's the sound of air moving through something human. I don't need to be untouchable, I don't need to be fixed, I just need permission to feel without consequence. And maybe tomorrow I'll fold this away again, not because I'm afraid, but because I know I can come back to it whenever I choose. Tonight I let it stay, I let the song carry it far enough that it doesn't weigh me down. Not closure, not loss, not longing, just resonance, a note held long enough to fade naturally without being cut short. And as the last sound disappears, I'm still here, steady, aware, able to feel and remain intact. That's more than I used to believe was possible. I used to feel everything, like it don't matter too much. Every word left a mark, every silence a cut. Now I'm standing in echoes of who I thought I was. Not empty, not whole, just learning to trust. I stopped asking the ceiling why things don't stay the same. Some answers come slowly, some never explain. There's a calm in the chaos I didn't see before, like the world keeps turning even when I pause. I don't need to feel fire to know that I'm alive. Some days are just feels uncertain, but it's still a step ahead. I don't need a reason to get out of bed. The night doesn't scare me like it used to back then. It's just space to be honest with who I've been. I hear my heart beating, not fast, not slow. It's telling me softly, you already know. You don't have to rush it, you don't have to win. Just stay in the moment, let the light come in. And maybe tomorrow will feel heavier still, but I'll carry it gently with deliberate will. I'm not chasing a feeling, I'm not running away. I'm learning how staying is its own kind of brave. So if I fall quiet, if I fade from the scene, no, I'm still becoming everything in between. I wake up in the middle of a half-finished dream, where I'm still reaching for you like you never left the scene. And the ceiling has that patience that I don't always have, just staring back in silence while my thoughts run their laps. I used to fight the mornings like they owed me something new. Now I let them come in slowly, like soft light learning through. There's a glass of water waiting on the table by my bed. I take a sip and listen to the quiet in my head. It's not loud like it was, not sharp like a storm, more like a steady weather that I finally learned to form. I don't hate you, I don't miss you in the old desperate way, but some nights I still feel what I couldn't make you stay. I still remember the texture of your laugh in the dark, how it made the world feel easy, how it lit a secret spark. And I remember the distance that grew without a sound, like a song losing rhythm, but nobody turns around. We didn't crash in flames, it didn't end with a scene. We just got tired of holding what we couldn't keep clean. So I folded up the moments like letters I won't send, put them somewhere safe and quiet where my hands don't reach again. I tell myself I'm stronger when I don't look back too long, but strength is not a straight line, it's a hum under a song. Some days I'm steady breathing, some days I'm barely there. Some days I feel the ache return like cold air in my hair. And still I keep on going, still I make my coffee slow, still I choose a softer answer when my mind says no. I used to measure healing by how fast I could still kinda shaking, because it sounds like being human, still choosing what you're making. So I let it wash right over, I let my eyes get warm, I let myself feel foolish for a moment being torn. I'm not trying to be fearless, I'm not trying to be free, I'm just trying to be present in the life that's left for me. There are numbers on my phone I don't call anymore, there are messages unsent that I don't write to cure. There are words I wanted perfect, there are apologies rehearsed, but I learned the hard way, some silence can be first. First as in first relief, first as in first clean breath, first as in first time noticing. I'm not in love with depth, not the depth that drags you downward, not the depth that makes you small. I want the depth that holds me gently when I feel like I might fall. So I open up the window, let the night come in again, not to punish, not to haunt me, just to cool my restless skin. The city lights are distant, like tiny patient stars, and I think about how people still become who they are, not in sudden transformations, not in one brave perfect day, but in quiet repetitions, in the gentle choice to stay. Stay with the mess of thinking, stay with the slow rebuild, stay with the part of me that's learning how to feel. If I ever see you smiling somewhere under different skies, I hope it looks like peace, I hope it softens your eyes. And if you ever wonder if I made it through the strain, tell yourself the honest version, I didn't win, I just remained. I remained when it was heavy, I remained when it was dull, I remained when I was lonely and the room felt far too full. And now I'm here still breathing, still a little bruised, still kind, but I'm holding something quiet that I couldn't used to find. It's not closure, it's not answers, it's not fireworks or proof, it's a slow and steady feeling, like a roof above my roof, like the calm that comes at midnight when you stop pretending strong, like the moment you remember you can carry your own song. So tonight I'll keep it simple, I'll let the world be wide, I'll let my heart be honest without needing you inside. And if tomorrow comes in bright, or if it comes in gray, I'll meet it with my hands unclenched, and I'll take it day by day. It's late, not the dramatic kind of late, just the hour where thoughts stop pretending to be useful. I'm sitting on the floor because the chair feels too formal, and the bed feels like it expects something from me. This is easier, I listen to the building breathe, pipes, distant footsteps, someone laughing somewhere I'll never see. The world keeps happening without checking if I'm involved. I used to find that scary, now it feels like permission. I don't feel sad, I don't feel happy, I feel unguarded, like I forgot to put armor on and realize nothing attacked me. There are words in my head that don't wanna be lyrics, they don't want rhythm, they don't want meaning, they just wanna exist for a second and then disappear, so I let them. I think about the people who know my voice but not my my silence, and the people who know my silence but never heard my voice shake. It's strange how many versions of me are walking around in other people's memories. I'm not trying to gather them anymore. They can keep what they need right now. I'm just here, counting breaths, noticing how my chest rises without instruction. That feels important somehow. I remember nights when I needed music to drown things out, to cover the noise inside tonight. Music is just company, not a shield, there's a difference. I whisper lines not because they're secrets, but because they don't need to be louder to be real. If I pause, it's not for effect, it's because I'm listening to what comes next inside me. Sometimes nothing does, and that's okay. Silence isn't empty, it's just unoccupied. I think about tomorrow briefly, then let it go, like a notification I don't open yet. I'm not avoiding it, I'm just not rushing to meet it. The song drifts, almost loses shape, almost forgets itself, and I let it, because holding on too tightly is how things break. If someone asked me what the song is about, I wouldn't answer, not because I'm hiding, but because explaining it would turn it into something louder than it needs to be. It's just a moment left unpolished, unresolved, unclaimed. A voice at low volume, proving I don't need to disappear to be quiet. As the sound fades, I don't replace it, I sit with the after, the soft, bringing the absence that isn't lonely. And in that space, I realize this might be the calmest I've ever been, without trying to be. So I stay until the silence feels complete, and then I let the night have me back. Morning comes in differently today, not loud, not sudden, just a slow change in color. I almost miss it if I blink. The air feels lighter, like it isn't trying to carry yesterday. And for once, neither am I. I don't wake up reinvented, there's no shift in personality, no sudden understanding, just a quiet sense that I don't need to rush. Coffee cooling on the counter, sun on the floor, small details lining up without asking for meaning. I notice how calm feels unfamiliar, how my body waits for something to go wrong. Out of habit, nothing does. I step outside, not expecting anything, and somehow that helps. The sky isn't making promises, it's just being open. I think about how many times I tried to force clarity, tried to squeeze answers out of moments that weren't ready to speak. Now I let them stay quiet, and they tell me more. There are still names that pull at my chest, still memories that don't know where to go yet, but they don't control the day. They sit somewhere behind me, like landmarks I've already passed. I walk slower than I used to, on purpose, letting thoughts arrive and leave without grabbing onto them. Hope doesn't feel dramatic, it feels practical, like choosing shoes that won't hurt later. I don't need everything to make sense, I just need it to make room. Room to change my mind, room to rest, room to become someone I haven't rehearsed yet. asking permission, and I realize I'm not bracing myself. That might be the biggest change. Not excitement, not certainty, just a body that isn't flinching at the sound of possibility. If today turns heavy, I know how to hold it now. If it stays light, I won't question why. Either way, I'll be here meeting it as it is, not as a test, not as a sign. Just another day that I get to move through, awake, present, not waiting for the next version of me. And as the morning settles in, I feel something steady take shape. Not happiness, not relief, but a quiet agreement to keep going. Not because I have to, not because it's impressive, but because I finally trust that staying is enough. Soft light, no direction, just a tone settling in. Breath moves without naming. Time passes without asking. A sound rests here, then there. No reason to follow it. I stay inside the quiet. Pass through the center, gentle repeat, not a hook, just a pattern. The voice fades, then returns, not announcing, only existing. Slightly changed, still familiar. No ending signal, no release, only a gradual absence that feels intentional.